In a parallel reality buried deep in our collective consciousness, there once existed two types of people. People who knew the heavens and people who didn't. The ones who did not know the heavens led simple lives. They were the majority. They started families, went to work, sent their kids to school, watched sports, and many of them attended church. The ones that knew the heavens led not so simple lives. They spent an unfathomable amount of time studying celestial objects, sun and moon phases, and began charting sun and moon trajectories. Acquiring this knowledge proved to be worthwhile. Those who knew the heavens felt deeply connected to Earth. Their symbiosis with Earth emboldened them and helped them realize their divine purpose here. Some of them also looked upon the people who did not know the heavens as being detached from their divine purpose and somewhat lost and on a journey with no destiny. Those who knew the heavens knew exactly when solar eclipses would occur and where they can be seen. A day before an eclipse, one of them wandered into a crowded town square and began claiming to the masses that he possessed magical powers. He told them that he had the power to make the sun disappear in the middle of the day. He was, of course, greeted with doubt, and his claims were quickly dismissed. He returned to the crowded town square 1 hour before the eclipse began, just to reaffirm his claims of having magical powers. He stood at the center of the town square, chanted some gibberish, and commanded the sun to disappear. Within moments, the moon hovered in front of the sun and blocked the sun's light. People's heads began to turn, and their jaws began to drop. He then chanted more gibberish and commanded the sun to reappear. The moon hovered away from the sun, and the city was once again filled with the sun's light. Now, people began to take his claims to holding magical powers seriously. He even repeated this during the next eclipse to reaffirm his claims. Before the following eclipse occurred, he entered the crowded town square once again, but this time he placed a basket on the ground and asked the people to put their money into the basket. The people looked at him with scorn and refused to comply. He threatened to make the sun disappear again. While a few people put their money into the basket out of initial fear, many held their ground and still refused to comply. The man chanted gibberish and proceeded to command the sun to disappear. Sure enough, the moon hovered over the sun and placed the city in darkness. The man told the people the sun will reappear only when they filled his basket with money. At this point, everyone complied and emptied their wallets and purses into the basket. He then proceeded to chant gibberish and commanded the sun to reappear. Within moments, people had their sun back, and the man returned home with a basket full of money. It didn't exactly end happily ever after. He kept doing this to other towns and eventually recruited others to go to new towns and carry out the same routine. Shortly thereafter, he had a network of deceivers who would go to different towns in different geographic regions and profit from his deception. His agents recruited more agents, baskets became bigger, and eventually the entire world believed that there exists a small group of people that hold magic powers and can make the sun disappear. Sure enough, every time people saw someone bring a basket to the town square, they instinctively filled the basket with their money because they were under the impression this was the only way they could continue enjoying the sun. Welcome to this realm. Know thy heavens and be the reality you want to realize. That's all for now. Be well, sun gaze, and thrive selflessly.